Welcome to Moonlight Truths Tarot. I am ChristElsolily. But coming into this, in the energy and where we currently are, I'm trying to get my Palo Santo, where we currently are is very manipulative. And there's a strong emphasis for us to protect our throat chakra, our words, like not sharing too much information with certain people that we've already been feeling the nudges or the little inklings inside of us. There's also a need to really kind of, it's not really disconnect, but it's like you're staying connected to that which is in, but there's something on the outside, on the external. It's like predator type energy that we all have to kind of protect ourselves from, because it can come through our loved ones. It can come through psychic attacks, words being cast. It can come. There's also a strong significance for some of you, you'll know, in regards to protecting your hair during certain times, during high traffic times, going outside and being exposed or being vulnerable. This is really for my healers, my intuitives, and my empaths. Why it's very important, because there's certain information as well for you that you have to like collect, that you have to gather, because it's going to wake up something in you that's going to take you on another level. It's going to bring you like 10 feet taller. You know what I mean? Like if you were 10 feet in the air in your cycles of your healing and your evolution, then it's like you're going to move even faster, like 10 feet taller. So it's like certain visions, certain dreams, certain information is going to be coming in, because it's working on your genius gene, like your truest, deepest, authentic part of yourself. So it's like it's in this fragile like state. So this is why it's prominent or very important to protect this energy at this time. Some of you, it may be your hair. Some of you, it may be your throat chakra and your exchange of choice of words. I'm hearing like a loud pitch or a lot of arguing or bickering, or to the point to where the voice over escalates. It's like that needs to be controlled, because that is giving away certain powers or certain energy that wants to download or upgrade or whatever inside of you. When you do those type of things, it exposes you too far, and some of this exposure is not really safe. I saw 444 is not really safe for some of us at this time. This exposure as well within the voice is not necessarily, I heard that in the collective, that someone is screaming or overutilizing their vocal cords to the point where like laryngitis. But then this is also the throat, as in the entertainment of gossip. Okay. So these may be some areas that you've been already feeling. So I'm just here for confirmation, but I also want to check our chakras to see what wants to come forward for us, and go from there and see what a shadow may be. Supreme creative source, ancient of the ancient ancestors, and the higher realms of our greatest good. What is it that they keep telling me to take that off, the collective individuals, because it is the me, we, yet it's only the individual, because I'm individually here for who's on the other side watching this video. Even though I pull and can get collective energy, the focus is guidance for you. If you clicked on this video and you made it this far, I'm here for you. Supreme creative source, ancient of the ancient ancestors, and the higher realms of our greatest good. What do I need to see at this time for me, of we, the individuals? Someone has an elderly woman around them that likes to gossip, that likes to tell a lot of your business. I don't know if this is interpersonal. I don't know if this is at the workplace. I don't know. Okay. I just don't know. But there's an older woman, 65, 63-ish, or a little older. Okay. Let's see. What is the chakra that we need at this time? Because I'm included in the we. Me and you. You and I. That makes us. No? They want me to start picking. I am so dependent on the magnetic pull of the source of the fairies. I just can't do it. I, unless I hear it's really clear. I have minor technical difficulties with that one. Okay. Readjust. Readjust. So let's just get some herbs, and then we'll get the shadow. Let's get a few herbs that may be beneficial, useful. I may see another message within it. The hair, the throat, your choice of words, who you communicate with, who you share your space with. But there's also a need to protect within the etherical because of these informations, because of these downloads and stuff that is going to be pouring and coming through you, because it's awakening your authentic genius code. It's almost like supreme purpose, like your ultimate purpose. Medicinal herbs that can assist us at this time to keep us grounded. Keep us grounded. Now that seemed like that's getting us a little hallucinogen, but it is California poppies, which is, it helps with aches. It also has calming effects. I utilize this deck for when shit hits the fan and I have no internet. And why does it feel like hair flying on me? Some of you may be having restless nights. This will help with your nerves, your nervous system as well. Helping with rest, yeah, because we do get a little flighty, you know what I mean, and caught off guard, easily provoked, when we do not have a good quality of rest, and when our nervous system is really just running amok, it catches us off. It catches us off guard. Anything else? Don't make me pick. Elder. Okay, so elderberry. Elderberry. Like you're feeling under the weather. You could be feeling under the weather because of the vulnerability in not getting the adequate rest. So an elder, it says here, it's a symbol of protection. And right now, this is where we are. We're in this here now, present moment, in protecting your mind, your thoughts and information, not sharing too many ideas, not allowing the self to be provoked or pushed or to anger to where you strain your voice or to have immature arguments that are not serving us, that just takes and robs us of our energy, depletes us of our energy when we need our own energy to really get these codes, these upgrades, these activations, these integrations, these initiations. Even for some of you made this authentic genius. This could be an initiation to see what are you going to do about it. How are you going to address and deal with people that you love, that you have connections to, attachments to? Anything else? Slippery elm. Yeah, because slippery elm, right? It's really good for like the intestines, right? Or the esophagus and like the mucous membranes, or like for wounds, sore throats, right? So it's almost like the slippery elm. I'm seeing like it just slips, like whatever, roll off your back, whatever the words are, the poking, the prying, or the situation, people, what's wrong with you? I just want to be to myself right now. Well, you're not acting like yourself. It's like that slippery elm to me is like a coat where it just kind of like you just don't let it affect or touch you, so that you can actually do what it is that you need. So it's like there's a need to excrete, like to excrete this emotional wisdom. Like this excretion of emotional wisdom is like knowing, it's like discernment, not being easily moved or persuaded or caught off guard. For those of you that may be suffering boils or ulcers or any type of wounds, that would be good for that, or any type of gastrointestinal issues that would truly be good for that. The elder is good for sinus and colds. It helps to build the immune system. So each one of these have their own properties, medicinal properties, as well as their metaphysical properties. You can do your own research to see each one of those within the metaphorical and the physical world. Okay. Let's get this shadow side that we may need to look into, my dear. My dear, that I'm talking to on the other side. If you are still here, all that jazz, you know what to do. Don't front. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, share with other like-minded individuals that needs some guidance assistance from someone that has had some serious experiences in many different realms and spaces. Anywho, let's see what part of the shadow Supreme Creative Source sees that in the ancestors and our higher gods and guardians need us to see of our greatest good at this time. What do we need to see of our greatest good? We'll take a few. They said you didn't shuffle enough. Okay. I know I'm one of those getting a lot of energetic, electromagnetic, plasmic upgrades, codes, uh, data. Was I supposed to say that? Anyways, some of you in your 13, 15, 16s, you've had a few accidents sweating the bed, and someone almost came to that. You had to kind of wake yourself up. You caught yourself like right there at that moment before you had that nostalgic moment of anywhere from like 12 to freaking 16 years old. Like, I'm too old to be doing this. Why am I dreaming I'm going to the bathroom, or why am I waking up pissing the bed, whatever, da da da. Okay. So in the shadow, anchor, hope, drag, divine messenger. How is the shadow? Well, I'm here to go into the shadow. I am a divine messenger for Supreme Creative Source, our ancestors, our guides, etc. So if there's anything that you need personalized, I would be greatly, what's the word? I would be more than glad to assist you. Just look, I come with my faults, my flaws, my hiccups, and all parts of me. Okay, all parts of me: the quirky, the geeky, the foolish, the childish, whatever. Okay. Anywho's, no judgment, no bias. Everything you need to know is down in the description box. Anchor. How is this anchor? Shadow, drag, the weight. The weight. I've already explained it. The weight. Yeah, I already explained it. That's the weight of the people. The drags. Those that don't understand that you need to go in for a little while. You know, you're not going to waste your pearls on swine. You've come to too much enlightenment, too much shit that you had to work through your own emotions, okay, to come to the wisdom. And so it's like, no, I'm going to protect that. I'm not going to keep dragging this heavy dead weight, you know. And because a lot of you have released a lot of that and got your atmosphere really calm, there's a lot of unseen arrows and darts and spoons and knives, spoons, forks, and knives being thrown at you or at us from the etheric because of the things that we have severed. And now we're in a place where we have to cloak and cover and protect ourselves, protect our hearts, our emotions, protect our words, our voice, and what we choose to communicate, what we choose to share, our mind, and what we choose to share. So it's a lot of angry beavers, a lot of angry deceptors, you know, because they can no longer utilize, and because they can no longer utilize, you have to protect yourself even more, because that means you're rising up to a space where there's bigger devils and bigger entities that want to try and pull you down, that we don't know that the little people or the common people, right, the angry beavers, may have inside of them to summons, whether they are aware of it or not. It can happen. Anywho, let's get this these chakra loves, because I surely heard that before I grabbed that one. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like these people that you cut off keep trying to get you to bend, to alter, keep trying different little things to see if they can get you to move, or, to budge a little bit, and it's like, no, you're dead weight. Like, I brought you to the water. I tried to get you to drink, but you have your own free will. And so now you choose not to. Now I have to fully protect myself and put on the armor, put on the holy armor. Let's see what chakra loves want to come out. The throat chakra with Larimar. That's a crystal that I had wanted. Lamar, something like that. Listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. That's that silence, right? The not letting people get you to where your mouth is like, you, the motherfucker, what the hell? Why did you do that? Or in the car, the vehicle, they go and trigger you and you just start going off, and now you can't listen. You're not hearing your missing point. something, and now the energy is gone because you done verbalized certain things to yourself out loud instead of listening to the voice within. I do desire, I said that right. In a supermarket, somebody coming out the thing and you get mad and you start fussing. Unnecessary words, unnecessary wasted energy. We have the sacral chakra, peach moonstone, fertility. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. Yes, because that's the energy I was coming into. You know what I'm saying? The authenticity of the genius gene within you. You know, that soul child, that soul fire. You know, there it is, right there. The fertility, the life force, vitality. This is what we have to protect. They said one more. That's that sacred. That's that sacred, that geniusness. You know, that you melanated genius, that melatonin, that sacred fluid. We got to protect that. We got to protect our divineness and what we've come to receive through the symbols, the signs, through the awareness of the pain that we had to endure and filter through. One more for the road. The root chakra, snowflake obsidian, safety. Yes, know that you are safe. Know that you are safe, but do what it is that you know you need to do to armor yourself, to gird yourself, okay? So that you do not find yourself like the angry beavers or the what I call sometimes the common people that doesn't use any type of common sense or have any type of desire to truly learn about their shadow and their bullshit that they carry and that they keep trying to project forward outwardly. You know what I'm saying? So, and I said something about ground. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I think I might have said something about grounding when I was speaking within the energy of the herbs. Okay. Safety in the hurricane of life. They're gonna be trying to pull on you, like, oh, I'm in need. Oh, can you help me? No, save yourself. Oh, do you have this particular remedy or this particular thing? No, I've already given you some exercises, a couple remedies, a couple things to do, a couple vitamins, a couple minerals. But you didn't do it, and it's not my fault. You had a heart attack. You could have prevented that. Anywho, my tangent. A strong foundation will keep you safe. Uh, Me and my sister, we say we trying to help sick people that don't want to try to help themselves. But anywho, it's important for you to do what you got to do. I do desire that you find some use within some of these tools. And until next time,